You look lovely in your lovely scarf, Waverley.
We can't hear you, Waverley.
You're muted, Waverley.
Say it again, Waverley.
Thank you. It's the coldest day that we've had today so far.
The sun's just coming out here.
Mm.
You remind me of Louise Hay.
Oh, yeah. She's quite an icon to live up to.
Yeah.
Maybe you might live up to your own icon, Waverley.
I reckon. That's yes.
Yes.
Mm.
So just welcome everybody, and yeah, thank you so much for coming on. And let's just really go straight into expanding in all directions and be the space of infinite being that we truly be. Let's be the space of infinite being and expand even further in all directions. Wow. And keep going. Out past the planet, out past the universe. 500,000, 100 million Ks and double that. And double that, and double that. And lower your walls and barriers. Push down those walls and barriers and expand right out. 1,000,000, 100,000, million, trillion, godzillion. And start pulling energy from all the molecules in the universe through your body and through your being. And just connect in with your body and say, hello, body. Thank you so much for being amazing, body. I'm so grateful for you, body. You're a beautiful, gorgeous, amazing body. Yeah. And thank you, and flow that energy of gratitude all over your being as well. And intensify that energy of gratitude for you. Gratitude for you, darlings. And allow your body to relax as you expand right out into the universe and make yourself infinite as the infinite being that you truly be. And what would you like to ask for? What do you truly desire of your life? What do you truly, truly desire that you've never thought to ask for? What can we ask for that we've never thought we could ask for? Let's ask for more communion with everything and everyone. And let's ask for all the blocks, all the limitations that we have to dissolve and go away. And let's demand of ourselves that we live a life with no limitations. Let's make that demand. That's a tool of access, is to make a demand of yourself that whatever is limiting us changes. This has got to change. And let's create a life that has no limitations. And what fun could we have? So has anybody got anything in particular that is coming up for you that you'd like to kind of poke and pod or find some tools of access to change?
Yes, for me, it's sort of the worrying negative thoughts that just keep
Coming into your head.
coming into my head, yes, that spiral me down.
Yeah. So
yeah, okay.
there's an app that you can download from consciousness, and you go looking for it on the app shop. Do you know how to find apps?
Yep.
Okay, so it's called Who Does This Belong To? And what you do is you download it, and it will give you a little, it gives a little ding every few minutes to remind you to go, who does this belong to? Because you know, one of the things that Access suggests is that we do 3 days of who does this belong to for every thought, feeling and emotion that comes into your head. And I've just been listening to Dane again this morning, and he recommends that, you know, I did that years and years and years ago for 3 days, and I found it amazing. But I'm going to do it again. So I did download that app, but I'm going to download it again and do this. Who does this belong to for 3 days? For every thought, feeling, emotion. So one of the things you'll discover when you do that is that all of those negative thoughts that are coming into your head do not belong to you. So, and then you can just go return to sender, return to sender, return to sender. I remember doing who does this belong to when I was working in a stationery company, and my goodness me, the awareness I got of who's all the different thoughts belonged to. You just get more aware of who they belong to.
Well, what about when you're doing it yourself, Chrissie, when you're aware that you're getting into one of your programs, you know, and like I'm aware when I'm, you know, running my story, like, and like even the other day, yesterday, I was aware that I was kind of doing that. I did that belonged to a few times, and then I thought, actually, when my cousin said, do you want to come and join us for half an hour, I thought, yeah, I will. And just getting out of my own way and interacting with them, it kind of stopped the...
Totally. And that's a choice that you make as well. You really have to make the choice not to wallow and get into those thoughts. And who does this belong to will get you out of those thoughts. Because did you know, Robin, that 99.9999% of the thoughts, feelings and emotions that you get on a daily basis do not belong to you?
But what about the ones you need to take responsibility for, like, you know, when you realize what you're doing?
Well, thoughts are not yours. They're energy that you're picking up from everybody. Awarenesses. So are you talking about awareness or are you talking about thoughts?
Well, I mean, you like the programs we all run in our minds, I suppose, yeah.
That's not awarenesses. And you can POC and POD programs, but pretty much if you just start doing who does this belong to for every thought that comes into your head, and when you get into those patterns, just go return to sender, return to sender, return all those patterns to sender. Because we have been buying other people's thoughts as ours for trillions of lifetimes. And now is the time to change it. So you get guys willing to change it and be the infinite being, the magnificent infinite being that you truly be, and the greatness of you.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So I've got a really cool process that might make a difference for you. And I've just got it off this latest Being You class that Dane's doing. So what yuck are you using to create you as human are you choosing? And everything that brings up times a gazillion, will you destroy and create it, please?
Yeah. Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pop, and short, me on. So what do you think yuck is? That's
Judgment.
Yeah, it's all of that stuff, isn't it? It's all those programs, all those patterns, all of those. Would you destroy and uncreate all those?
Yes.
Good, bad,
Yes.
and short, spin, neons. So what yuck are you using to create you as human are you choosing? Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, and short, spin, neons. So, Waveney, this, and Robin, are you aware that you're actually not human?
For me personally, I'm a soul having a human experience, but...
And what if you were an infinite being, Robin?
Well, that is a soul, isn't it?
No, it's different.
Oh, okay. What's the difference?
So infinite being is huge. You look at the energy of infinite being and look at the energy of soul. If you look at the energy of the words, so if you call yourself a soul, which is a definition, right? Then how big are you? You're tiny. How big is an infinite being?
Infinite.
It's infinite, right? We're huge. So, would you like to start calling yourself an infinite being? Give that a go and see what that creates for you, Robin. Because a lot more potency with infinite being than there is with soul.
Because an infinite being doesn't really like get lethargic and, as you say, have limits and.
Exactly.
An infinite being, I guess, doesn't have a story either.
Exactly, Robin, you're right onto it. Would an infinite being truly choose a story for their lives? No, they wouldn't. So that's one of the 10 keys to freedom that Gary Douglas kind of, I don't know, he perceived them in some way. Would an infinite being truly choose this? If an infinite being wouldn't choose this, then why am I? If an infinite being wouldn't choose to live from a story, then why am I? So everything that is times a gazillion, would you destroy and create it, please?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pocket, and shorts, from yawns. So what else was there on that you said something?
But we're still human too.
Okay, so what if we weren't human, Waveney? So humans, have you noticed that there seem to be some people who are very stuck in their ways and their energy is very heavy? And have you noticed that there seem to be some other people that are much more creative, lighter in their being, and they're always looking for change, and they're looking how, for me, I was always looking, how could I improve myself? And I did what we called self-development. Now I don't do self-development, I do consciousness. Because consciousness is much bigger and faster and more amazing than self-development. But that was all I knew at the time. And I can pretty much guarantee that all of you have been looking for change. You're looking for making your lives more better, or that's not the right way of saying.
More betterer.
More betterer. We know there's more, right? And we're asking for more. We're infinite beings and we're not humans. So what if we were more amazing than humans?
We've got a human uniform though for earth plane living, haven't we?
Our body looks as though it's human, but in actual fact, it's much more open to change, our bodies. So would you be willing to consider yourselves as the greatness you truly be?
Yes.
If you look at it, you know how people say, I'm only human? Have you ever heard people say, I'm only human? How big does that make you if you're only human? Not very big. So just to have the awareness that you might be much greater than human. Maybe you might be an infinite being. And everything that doesn't allow you to perceive, know, be, and receive that, will you destroy and uncreate it, please?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, buckle, no, short, suppose, yawns. So how does that feel for you, Robin? Does it give you a lot more power?
I feel a bit more, yeah, I might strut my stuff a bit more today.
You might strut your stuff a bit more. Hooray, how does it get better? So what yuck are you using to create you as human are you choosing? So would you like to destroy and uncreate everything you're creating with that?
Yes.
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine, shorts, boys and beyonds. So what comes up when we ask that? Does anything come up? What is yuck?
Well, what comes up for me is the spiritual fruity land that seems to exist, that is trying to tell us or avoid being human as opposed to embracing infinite being.
Yeah, so Kimmy, is there another way you could say that? Because I couldn't quite understand the first bit that you said.
You know how there's this whole oh, I'm not in my body, I'm in the ether spiritual, and you know, we do all this kind of cosmic thing and all this kind of thing.
Yes.
And it's almost a kind of avoidance of being in this body and avoidance of being human.
Yeah. So, well, is that what the what are you talking about? Metaphysical teachings?
Oh, just all sorts of spiritual teachings.
Mm.
So if you were an infinite being and if you were choosing consciousness, would you choose to be the greatness of who you truly be?
Yes.
So everything that doesn't allow you to perceive, know, be, and receive that, would you destroy and uncreate it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Red popcorn and shorts with muons. So what yuck are you using to create you as human are you choosing? Would you like to give up creating and inventing yuck?
Yeah.
What would happen if you did give up creating yuck? Notice the words are you're using it and you're inventing all the yuck, by the way.
Like not having enough energy and all that sort of thing.
Because you know how much energy is there in the universe?
Unlimited.
Unlimited. Everything is energy, right? So if you feel that you're tired, could you just ask for more energy to come into your body and into your being?
Yes.
You could, couldn't you? Could you ask for anything?
Yes.
You could, and it would show up because everything is energy. If everything is energy, how much are we not asking for that we truly could be asking for?
Most of it.
And everything that doesn't allow us to ask for way more than what we've been asking for, would you destroy and create it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wrong, good, bad, pop one, and shorts be yours. So, you know, all the definitions that you've been creating your life as and with your body, would you destroy and uncreate all those definitions?
Yes.
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, book, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And just ask, like, to undefinition them, like to be undefined.
Yeah.
Undefine yourself, like whatever you've created yourself as, would you like to destroy and uncreate all the definitions you have as yourself as a woman, as a female, as
A
pathetic?
body.
Pathetic.
Pathetic. Oh, God.
What else have you defined yourself as? What comes up when I ask that?
A doormat.
A doormat. Yep. So would you like to destroy and uncreate all those definitions that you have of yourself? Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, and shorts, and yawns. So would you like to choose to be far greater than you've ever chosen to be before? How can I be greater today than I was yesterday? Just for today, I claim the greatness of me. So could you choose to change your body?
Yes.
Yes. So one of the tools of access for creating change is to make that demand. That is an amazing tool that you can say, you know what, this is going to change. I'm not going to have this anymore. I demand that I change this. You can demand of yourself, you can demand the universe, give me a hand. Help me change this. So what is it that you guys would really like to change?
My whole story for me personally.
Yes. Would you be willing to give up your story, darling?
Yes.
Thank you. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, and shorts, with yawns. So every time your story comes up, would you pock and pod it?
Mm-hmm.
Pock and pod, pock and pod, pock and pod. That's the best tool to pock and pod, and so the bars, by the way. You haven't found anyone to run bars with Robin yet?
No. Do you guys run bars? Are the others?
Karen and Kimmy both live in Wanganui. So would you like to talk about that, you two?
It's
So
awesome.
Friday.
Amazing. We're doing it weekly,
Oh,
sharing
yeah.
a meal sometime during the process, but we run each other's bars. And last Friday, I thought, I wonder if I can actually lift my fingers off her head and still feel the energy. And I could. In fact, I thought, I now wonder how far out I can go. It was really exciting.
Right. Yes, it is. And would you like to just, Karen, how long have you been running bars for?
Well, since we did the bars class with you.
Which
3
was
weeks.
about a month. Is it about a month?
1, 2, 3. We've had 3 sessions, or 4 sessions. Yes, we've had 4 sessions. Yeah.
Yeah.
And are you noticing any difference, darling?
Any difference?
Yeah.
Well, I could tell you my story about yesterday, which was really a Mercury retrograde story.
Yes.
Putting my card into the ATM and using the wrong pin 3 times and getting my card chewed and having to go and buy a new one from a different post office, which went to the car park, and no, you can't get through that way anymore because now it's just the bank, and I had to go right around. And anyway, I got this wonderful person from Bluff who we had a lovely conversation and I got a new card. I got the cash out that I wanted, and it was seamless. It was amazing. But I went to also post a parcel to Australia, this bloody parcel I've been putting off for months, avoiding for months. And of course, when I filled out the international form, she said, I'm just going to look up essential oils. No, I'm sorry, you can't send those. So she ripped open the package.
Oh.
I had to take them out, and I also took out something else I meant to leave in. But anyway, that's okay. And then she put it all together like a dog's breakfast. And I thought, my God, it looks like, it's been broken. Oh, look, it was just a nightmare. So, this is why I don't like doing this, like why I've been avoiding it, because it's just so hard to do. And then I came home and tried to open up this bank of me, at the BNZ, that I've had this account for so long. Anyway, it turns out that I've had it so long that the net card is now expired. So what do? You have to ring this number, and there's no other way of contacting them. I'd gone into the bank and there was this huge queues everywhere, and I thought, oh, fuck that, I'm not going to go in there and wait. So I waited an hour and a half on the phone. It was actually longer than that, but I was so grateful for this book. I sat there and read the book instead of thinking, oh, where are these fucking people, like da-da-da-da-da, whatever. And I just kept reading the book. And when we had the conversation, it was so good. Not only did I get the net guard coming, she allowed me, she walked me through setting up the app on my phone, and I was able to transfer the money that night. So
Yeah.
I just found that probably I would have been a lot more reactive in all of those situations before the bars.
Yeah. And Kimmy, do you want to say something about it as yourself?
Well, it's just, I'm so grateful to have such a great buddy to be able to connect and run bars with, because I've been in a drought.
Yes.
And it's like drinking the most fresh, sumptuous water with all the vitamins and minerals and tonic that you require. And it shows up different every time, and it's just awesome.
Wow, put a chair up. Look who I've got.
Oh, it's arrived.
The grandson.
Come into my house. Somebody very handsome.
Hello, James.
Beautiful. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
We'll just
I'll be
drink.
back about 12ish.
Yeah, that's cool. I've got lunch cooking.
Okay, sweet.
See you soon, darling. So one of the things that Kimmy was just saying is that Kimmy learned the bars probably 3-4 years ago, did you, Kimmy?
Yeah, probably longer than that, yeah.
Yeah, and then finding someone to do the bars with regularly has just really, it moves the energy, it shifts stuck energy.
Yes, and you don't even have to quantify what it is.
No.
Which is wonderful. So you can get your fucking mind out of the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it truly does create a lightness for you in your life.
Mm.
It's so worth doing. And I notice it with people. I have people who learn the bars and then they don't do anything with it. And then I notice people who do learn the bars and they come to bar swaps, and after 3 or 4 weeks, I can see a huge change in their whole energy field, I guess you could say. There's just a lot more brightness, a lot more lightness, and their lives do change.
Mm.
And initially, people, when they first start the bars, a lot of us have created a lot of, I guess you could say, bullshit in our lives. We create this bullshit. I've just been working with a lady who learned the bars probably over a year ago. She's finally kicked the man out of her house, and it's taken her probably about 18 months, I think. Probably she learned the bars maybe 18 months ago. And I can notice a huge difference for her now that he's gone, and what a difference that's going to make in her life. But it takes that amount of time for us to start unraveling these things that we've created.
Layers.
We unravel it, yeah, and it makes a big difference. So once we clear some of that stuff and we shift points of view, your life can show up greater. It truly is amazing. That's why I love the bars so much, and I don't go a week without getting my bars run.
Mm.
I did say to Kimmy, thank you for bringing Chrissie to Wanganui. I'm so grateful, and I'm so grateful for these expand your beings that you've been doing as well. It's been absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
The connection, and as you said, we didn't do it last week and really missed each other.
We might see what it wants to do. Karen.
And I just thought of something else and it's just flicked away. So if it comes back, I'll...
Okay.
Mm.
So would you like to practice expanding your being? Like, say to yourself every morning when you wake up, that's the first thing you want to say to yourself, expand my being, right out. And that's all you need to do. And also push down the walls and barriers. So I'm pushing down the walls and barriers and pull energy from everything and everyone. And just say that. Well, that creates that connection with all the molecules in the universe. And start asking for what you'd really like to have. I've got some really great questions.
I've remembered what it is. I have been binge watching a lot of television and a lot of series of dramas and things, and I'm getting to the stage where I'm not finding it enjoyable even, and I don't want to just listen to Dane or Gary or Melissa. Is it Melissa?
Simone
and
Shannon.
and Brendan. I'd rather listen to them, and I will find that more fulfilling.
So interesting, aren't they? They're very, very interesting.
Yeah, I listen.
I've got a couple of DVDs for James to watch now that he's here. I'm just going to move that over. So.
What are you going to do with James today, apart from your yummy chicken lunch?
I think I got swimming lessons this afternoon.
Yes, you have. Yep. And I've got some really great DVDs. I went and purchased one called the John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John.
Oh, yes.
It's such a fabulous love story. I know.
Greece.
I love that scene where Olivia Newton-John comes out. She's not the good girl anymore, and she's got these leather.
Oh, yeah.
And she's smoking a cigarette. And he's trying to be more gooder.
A priest of lightning.
He's the bad boy. He's such the bad boy. And there's another great movie that I think James might enjoy too, with Leonardo DiCaprio. Catch Me If You Can. Have you seen that?
No.
Oh, you've got to watch it. It's a true story. And when you watch it, it's all about the energy that he bees. I'm not going to tell you what it's about. It's called Catch Me If You Can. And it's true story. And Leonardo DiCaprio is amazing in it. So that's a really great one. And watch it from the point of view of the energy that he bees and how he bees the energy that creates him being all of these things. And you can get it on Netflix. You can get that on Netflix.
What's it called again, Chrissie?
Catch Me If You Can.
Catch Me If You Can.
And it's Leonardo DiCaprio. So it's really cool. So keep on expanding your being right out to the universe and keep on asking questions today. Would you like to ask questions all day? Who am I today? What grand and glorious adventures am I going to have? What else can I add to my life that would create greater possibilities now and in the future? Thank you so much. And we'll see you next Tuesday. And we'll ask what else we can create with this. I'm talking to expand your being, talking to it. You've got a joke book?
No.
Oh. I'll tell you this joke. It's a bit naughty, this joke. There were two gay guys, Stephen and Patrick. And Stephen fits Patrick and Patrick fits Stephen.
Oh, God.
I've got an addition to that joke that's just downloaded in the field.
Yes.
And what did Patrick add to his curry that he made that night?
What did he add to it?
Paprika.
Oh.
Lots of love, beautiful ladies. Go and be the amazing infinite beings you truly be.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.